Hi guys, welcome back to Peanuts Tarot. Today we are going to be doing a pick a card reading on what makes you intimidating. Now I know I took a little hiatus, which I usually do. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I do be taking breaks. When I'm not feeling it, I don't want to spread the energy onto y'all. And then when I do feel it again, I'm gonna come back. You feel what I'm saying? So we are back, baby, and we are better than ever. I want to wish everyone a happy new year. Hello, because we are now in 2026. I know my collective is doing great, amazing, and they're just doing it up. They are keeping their feet on these people's necks. Now, let's get to these piles. We have 3 piles, as always. We're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to, well, actually, no, it's nothing real different. I've already picked out the cards for every single pile. Pile number 1 is our Oreos. Pile number 2 is our Biscoff. Pile number 3 is our fruit snacks. And yeah, you know, meditate on whichever one of the cookies or basically snacks. Meditate on the snacks to figure out which one is your pile, so we can see what makes you intimidating. All right, guys, I almost forgot. I have to say a thanks to the Peanuts. Currently, we're at like 1,500 subscribers, y'all. Thank you so much. Y'all know I love you down. Y'all know I love you down. If I could kiss you, I would, with tongue. So yeah, let's get this started. We're gonna get started with pile number 1. All right. So if you chose the Oreos, this pile is for you. We're going to be figuring out what makes you intimidating. Let me set out all the cards, and then I'm going to see how it's looking on camera, and then we're going to get started. I got to provide some elevator music while we're setting out the cards. Let me stop. Y'all could be musicians because I have never done that shit before. What? Why am I literally singing? Why am I trying? It sounds like opera. Y'all like classical music or something? I'm like, why would I think today was the day to try and sing out some opera? Babe, I am not the opera type of, person. I just know I'm not. You know what I mean? We know our strengths. We know our weaknesses. And okay, let me try and like put this up here. Let me see how that looks. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's get this started. Pile number 1, what makes you intimidating? 1, we're gonna start over here. Used and discarded, wasn't love, it was control, and you deleted me. Within the love setting, pile number 1, what makes you intimidating is that you can see through the bullshit. If someone wants to be your potential lover, if you want to be someone's potential lover, they are very aware that you can see right through them, and it's scary and it's intimidating. Like, they just know. As far as like used and discarded, like, you may have been through something in the past when it came to love, so it allows you to have like that extra, that extra oomph, that extra wisdom, or that bird's eye view as to what's going on in this person's mind. Like, you just know. And I feel like that came from hurt or pain from a past relationship. So now it's like you're up on game, babe, pile number 1. And I feel like this is how you're showing up in your now romantic relationships. Like, people know not to play with you. People know not to come in your life and waste your time. People know when they step to you, pile number 1, and when it comes to love, they know they have to literally be for real. They know they have to stop playing games because you're going to catch on like that. That is what makes you intimidating. Like, it says it wasn't love, it was control. That makes me feel like it's like you're diagnosing why someone is acting like that. And I feel like you're probably one of those friends that all your other friends come to for advice on their relationship because somebody ain't acting right. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh, they're just doing that. Oh, they trying to play you. They trying to get over you on you. You know what I mean? They trying to do this. They trying to do, like, you're that type of friend to just know. Like, you're just wise. Pile number 1. And I feel like that's probably why people are intimidated by you. That's what makes you intimidating. And you also have this mature woman right here. Just, you could be you could be the wallflower, the person that just sits and observes and, doesn't do too much, but until they need to, you know what I mean? Until they need to. So I feel like that makes you intimidating. With the you deleted me, I feel like what makes you intimidating is you do not care, bro. You will cut someone out your life like that. Ooh, so quick. And it's like, I feel like that makes you intimidating because people are like, I don't want to say walking on eggshells, because now if they're walking on eggshells, that means they're guilty. They're guilty of doing something, or that they will be guilty of doing something because they know how they are. So acting any type of way around you, no, they know they have to act right, pound number one. They know they do. That's what makes you very intimidating, because like they know they have one shot and they cannot mess it up. Now we have official person and mature woman in despair. What makes you intimidating is that you could have a very cool title. I don't know what the title is. Like, you could be like the rich auntie, rich uncle. You could be someone who just paved the way for you and your family. You could be the first to go to college. You could be the first to, buy your own house in the family. You have some type of title that makes you intimidating, to where it's like, if anyone in your friend group or in your family needed help, they would go to you, pound number one, because you paved the way. You feel what I'm saying? You walked so the people coming behind you could run. You did something in this way. Or you could be in the military too, and this kind of creates a stoic, intimidating vibe around you, to where I don't know, like, a lot of stuff happens to people in the military, so it's like you tightened up in a certain type of way, and it makes people intimidated around you. Now we have this despair, and I cannot figure out why this would be making you feel okay. What makes you intimidating is that people know that if you were in despair, if you were upset, if you were sad, if you were this or that, they would not know. You see a lot of figures with a stoic face on, or if not stoic, they just look like, I know you have like a resting bitch face, pound number one, and forgive me, please, but I feel like there's something about your face that's always, it's like your eyebrows are always scrunched up, or you always look a little mad, or maybe even stoic, or maybe just emotionless. And this is what people are intimidated by. They would never know if you were in a bad mood or a good mood. You feel what I'm saying? So when they come around you, it's like, damn, like, I don't know if I can approach pound number one, because, they don't look like they're in a good mood, but honestly, I think that just might be their face. You could just have a resting bitch face, pound number one. Anyways, what makes you intimidating also? Now with this Hoodoo Tarot right here, we have the King of Swords in reverse, Three of Swords, Knight of Coins in reverse, the World, and we have Temperance, and then we have the Page of Swords in reverse. What makes you intimidating is that you are just someone who gives to others. And I feel like you are a family person. If you're not a family person, you are definitely someone who loves to be helpful. Helpful in a way of being wise in this type of way. And I feel like it's... How can I explain this intimidating vibe? You're approachable, but only when you're around your loved ones. Like when you're out in the open and in the wild and you're by yourself, you do not look approachable at all. And I feel like this makes you intimidating. But when you're around like your loved ones, let's say some little kids or your family or your friends, you are like a big ball of sunlight, pound number one. And this is what makes you intimidating, because it's like you can go from that switch is crazy. Now think of it from an outside person's perspective. If they saw both sides of you, the sides where you're with your loved ones and people play with you, you're playing around, you're laughing, you know what I mean, and then they see you when you're out, let's say you're out shopping, and you're very focused, and you have your RBF face on, and you have your RBF on, and you don't look approachable at all, or you don't look like you want to be bothered. People are saying like, this is intimidating, that you are able to swap your vibes like this. It's swap your vibes, but like when they come up to you, or maybe when they approach you or talk to you, it's like, oh, boom, you become that big ball of sunlight again. This is what makes you intimidating. Like people never know like what's going on in your mind, honestly. People never know your mood, and it's like, I don't know why I'm getting the vibe that you may have, someone you knew may have seen you out in public and they wanted to say hi, but they were probably like, nah, I'm not trying to, you know, they look like they're having a bad day or something. Like, this is what it gives. What also makes you intimidating is that your mouth. You have a crazy, crazy, crazy mouth. Pound number 1. You know how to go off on someone for real. Like, if someone pissed you off, you know how to give them the goods. And I feel like people may have witnessed you cursing someone out and you gave them the business. The business. I'm also getting here. What else makes you intimidating? You have a very powerful spiritual team, pound number 1. And this spiritual team has done numbers on people that like to fuck with you. And I feel like this has been done. Like, let's say someone did you wrong, betrayed you, and they went to go tell their friends, ha ha ha. And let's say they also had the knowledge that you were spiritual in any type of way. You feel what I'm saying? Now, their friends are watching this person's life go down the toilet. Now they're like, oh no, like, don't mess with pound number 1 because nah, like they got some people who really, really love them and they do not want none of that. They don't want none of that. They don't want none of that. So you got people who are real deal afraid of you, pound number 1, because your spiritual team is the shit. Hey, okay. Now we have the 2 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. People, what makes you intimidating is that you can look like you're wasting time. However, whatever you're doing usually makes up for it. I don't know how to explain. Okay, let me explain it. With the 10 of Pentacles, you could look like you are wasting time, but really, or like you're not doing anything, or that you're not making any progress, and then you pop up with progress. People feel like you like to move in silence, and this is very intimidating to a lot of people. It's like you'll post, if you're posting anything, it's probably something that's not really important. You know, it's as the day goes by, oh, just little things like, oh, look, I found a bunny in the park, or oh, look at my cute little espresso martini, or, you know, if you post. But even if you don't, like, people feel like they think that you're just down and out, and then boom, you pop out with brand new car, brand new boo, big old ring on your finger, brand new house, just brand new job. You're doing big things, and people are like, what? How does this happen? Like, I left pound number 2 in the trash. How did they end up in a castle? Like, what? This is the vibe that you're bringing. This is what makes you intimidating, pound number 1. But if you resonated, if you like this reading, please let me know in the bottom. Please let me know in the comments. In the bottom. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this reading and if it resonated with you. I really enjoyed reading it. Yeah, thank you. Let me know. Bye. All right, if you chose the Biscoff Cookie, this pal is for you. We're going to be figuring out what makes you intimidating. So I'm going to start taking out these cards, and then we can get started on this reading. Now, I will tell you, when I was shuffling out these cards, I was like, damn, like, pound number 2 don't need nobody. Pound number 2 don't need nobody. Oh my gosh. Like, just the way it was giving highly sedity, bougie, like all the beautiful things. If you're a woman watching, this is definitely a compliment. I mean, even if you're a man too. I don't really have too many men watching me, if we're being honest. I really don't. But I mean, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So I want you to notice that you got the 9 of Pentacles twice. So that is further letting me believe the whole highly sedity act. 9 of Pentacles here, 9 of Pentacles here. 9 of Pentacles on your arm, no 9 of Pentacles on my arm, no 9 of Pentacles on your arm. That's kind of the vibe that you're giving. Like, people are intimidating because okay, I'm just gonna put this message out. If you're single, pound number 2, which I feel like you are. 9 of Pentacles twice. Come on now. Okay, but if you're single, or if you're just doing very good for yourself financially, people are so intimidated by that. I don't know what your job is. I don't know what your occupation is, but pound number 2, you have to know, like, people are looking at you and being like, damn, like, this is jealous, this is envy, this is jealousy, this is envy. Like, people are like low-key upset at you. And I want you to really look at this. You might be the pile that has, like, you're very content with your life, and I don't think you do too much bragging, but if you do, like, it's not intentional. People see it as bragging because they want what you have. Now, I don't want you to look at what this statement says. I want you to look at this picture where she's, like, you know, putting on her mask, and then look at her face. So it leads me to believe that you may have some people around you, close around you, that are intimidated by you, that are jealous of what you have, that are envious of what you have. And they're like, well, pound number 2 doesn't really treat their stuff right, or they don't really appreciate what they have, or they don't, you know what I mean? This is kind of the vibe here. So be careful. I just had to say it because I seen it, but we are going to resume into the reading. Okay, boom. So we're going to start with these cards, which is called the Messy Truth. We have only when convenient, I choose me, and sweet then sour. What makes you intimidating, pound number 2, is that you are not afraid to be alone. You are not afraid to shut a motherfucker out. And what also makes you intimidating more than all is that you are very comfortable being alone. You are very comfortable being alone. And I feel like you are the type of person that's not going to settle. And I feel like people know that you're not going to settle, because with this only when convenient, you might be able to see and understand when people are using you or wanting to use you for what you have or what you may have or what you may have in the future. So with this, it's like only when convenient. It gives me that you just don't care to be around people, especially if you can't trust them, especially if they're showing signs of not being, loyal or truthful. There's something here about it where it's like, you know what, I don't mind. Just leave me alone. Just get out my life. Like, this is what makes you intimidating. You have a lot of people around you, I will say this, and a lot of people that are watching you that are extremely scared of being alone, that are extremely scared to look in the mirror and come to terms with what they're seeing. And for you are like a beacon of light to these people, because they are very afraid to do whatever the hell you're doing, which is be alone. Choose independence over having shitty company. And riding at dawn for yourself. You are not just someone who just, you take a couple bubble baths and you're good. No, pound number 2, you are someone who stands up for yourself as well. And this is what's making you intimidating. People just people just know not to fuck with someone who is okay with just chilling by themselves. Shit, you might even talk to yourself, and I can definitely understand that. Sometimes you got to talk to the realest person on your team, and sometimes that's you. Most times, let's just say that, most times. But if you're self-aware, you would understand who that is if it's not you. Anyways, we have a sweet then sour. What makes you intimidating is that you can go from 0 to 100 real quick. I don't know if you have a little bit of a temper, and this is why you're like, you know what, no, I'd rather be alone. Like, leave me alone, because you're going to piss me off. You're going to raise my blood pressure. Like, this is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like, that's what makes you intimidating. People don't want to get on your bad side. Now we have wealthy man, thief, coffin. With this, what makes you intimidating is when people are around you, they see the standards that you have, they see that you won't settle, and they more than likely feel like you will have a very happy, wealthy spouse. Like, this is the vibe that you give. You give that one, since you're already successful in your own life, financially, and you're actually happy with your own independent life, people see you and they're like, yeah, I just know pound number 2 is gonna have a very wealthy, happy home life when they decide to settle down, when they decide to get married, because they're gonna choose the right person. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they just see that this is what makes you intimidating, because one, the bums, the dusties, they can't come into your life and wanna, talk to you because they know they're gonna get shot down. I mean, they probably still try, but they know they're gonna get shot down every single time. But they, you know what I mean? Like, this is what makes you intimidating. Like, you look like, if you're a woman watching this, you look like you are a rich man's husband. Okay, you take care of yourself like you are a rich man's husband, and you just do it all by yourself, all for you. You're not doing it for anyone else. You're doing it for yourself. And this is what's making you intimidating, because for people that's watching you, I feel like they do a lot of stuff for the other gender's attention. You're doing it for yourself. You just took yourself out on a solo date just because. You just bought yourself a new car just because you deserved it. You just got a massage just because you had a little crack in your neck and you were like, you know what, we're gonna take the day off from work and, you know, go handle us and focus on it. That is what makes you intimidating, pal number 2. People are like, damn, like he just takes care of themselves so well. What makes you intimidating is that you can also focus on work and play. Work and play. You have a very balanced life from the outside looking in, and it looks like you have everything. This is what makes you look intimidating. You have a great home life, you have great finances, you happen to be lucky, and you just run into these amazing opportunities. This is what makes you intimidating. Also, what makes you intimidating is that you are not afraid to tell people the truth. I feel like you're one of those people where it's like your motto is, what, they can't beat my ass, so what? Like, you're going to continue telling the truth because you really do feel and believe that people are not able to beat your ass. And I mean, why would I be lying to someone that I'm not scared of? And I don't feel like a lot of people have put fear in your heart. You feel what I'm saying? You're like one of those people, you don't walk throughout life, baby, you float. You float throughout the rooms gracefully, throughout life, just gracefully. You are not someone that's like fearful. You're someone who takes risks. You have a well-balanced life. This is what makes you intimidating, because your vibe, you are someone of importance. Whether you notice it or not, people notice it. In your vibe, in your energy, you are someone of importance. Your energy, your personality, the way you think, your mindset, this is the things that you cannot buy, that are pure gold and treasure here on earth. You hear me, pal number 2? The way you move. I would be very surprised if you told me that you were not someone like an influencer. You were not an influencer. You were not someone in the spotlight in some type of way, because you have that personality, you have that lifestyle that people really are addicted to. They're addicted to watching, and they aspire to be something more like this. And I would not be surprised if you don't already have an influencing lifestyle, or if you don't have like a platform, I would be very surprised if someone did not already tell you that you should make like a YouTube channel, if you start vlogging or something like this, pal number 2. This is what makes you intimidating, because you have all the potential to be everything that you want to be. And people see it, and I hate to say it, but they might see it way before you. So don't let that be true, pal number 2. That was you guys' reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. I'm hoping this is my reading. Ooh. But I guess we'll see. I'll see. But yes, guys, I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did. But if you did, if it resonated, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you guys another time. Bye. All right. So if you chose the fruit snacks, this pile is for you. We're going to be figuring out what makes you intimidating. We're going to start out with our Messy Truth Tarot or Oracle decks. I don't remember getting any specific message when I was shuffling out you guys' cards. Let me see what. Gotta make sure we're still recording, man. I gotta make sure we're still recording. If you guys don't know, like, I'm still recording off my phone. Sooner than later, I feel like I'm gonna need to get a mic, because I'm pretty sure you guys don't appreciate all the sounds in the background. But for now, I hope that you guys enjoy the readings. And I don't mind that. One of my candles exploded on my desk, bro. Anyways. Okay, so. Okay, boom. So, and I know you're not going to be surprised by this, pound number 3. Pound number 3, whatever you do, your job, your occupation, I want to say that, okay, that is what I forgot when I was shuffling. I was looking at it when, you know, I was shuffling, and I was like, whatever pound number 3 does for their occupation, it's a very lucky job. Like, it could be very easy. It could be very fun. It's not like the average 9 to 5. And if it is like you hit the jackpot getting, it's like someone coming out of school to be in software, a software engineer, and they hit the jackpot working at Google or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and if it's not a 9 to 5, it's like something that's so out the box, but it's something that's it's something that people love to watch you do. It's something that people always wonder. It's like a dream job. You feel what I'm saying? You could be an actress. You could be a podcaster, a very influential, successful podcaster. You could have a YouTube channel that's going amazingly. It is something about your job that makes people intimidated by you, because you are doing what you love, and you're doing it shamelessly. To where it's like work hard, play hard. Like, you have worked hard and you get to play hard. You don't have to, it's something about your job where it's like, you don't have to put too much work into it for it to go, for it to work, for you to get some money from it. You don't. And this is what makes people intimidated by you. I don't know how the hell they know anything about your finances like this, but listen, babe, like, people are intimidated by what you are able to do. And if this isn't a job, babe, this is a gift. You could be an artist. You could know how to make music. You could, I mean, artists like painting or sculpting or, you know, something like that. Or you could make music, or you could day trade. I just got that, because it's like, with this guy with his feet kicked up, it's kind of given like, you know, you could do something with some Wi-Fi in your phone. Like, you can make money easily. You feel what I'm saying? This is what makes you intimidating, because you have cracked some kind of code within how you make money and how you move throughout life, how you view life, how you view energy of money. It's like you have cracked some type of code, pound number 3. So let's jump into the reading, because I've just been babbling. But, you know, if that did resonate, comment a pear, like a pear emoji or an apple emoji, whichever one is actually available. I never really looked to see if a pear is in the emojis, but whatever. Apple emoji. I know the apple emoji is there. Comment down an apple emoji only if that resonated. Because I'm trying to see, like, if me channeling certain messages in the beginning of a reading is effective, or if it's just kind of wasting time. You know what I'm saying? So just experimenting. Anyways, so we have, with the Messy Tarot, I never meant enough, hot and cold, never really over. So off bat, what makes you intimidating, pound number 3, is that, especially in your love life, you really let people know how you feel. Like, you're not afraid to voice how you feel about, like, if you feel like someone played you, sometimes people will, like, go about their business, you know, take the L in silence. But you are someone who, you're gonna make sure this person knows exactly how you felt. You're gonna make sure this person knows exactly how they made you feel and why. This is what makes you intimidating, because you're not afraid to voice your emotions. You're not afraid to allow yourself to be heard. Like, if someone still has, if someone's sending you mixed signals, you're definitely going to be the person to be like, listen, either you want me or you don't. There's no back and forth. Listen, there's no doing all this because I see what you're doing. You're trying to play a game with me and I'm not willing to play. This is what this is giving. Like, you're not afraid to voice how you feel, especially within a relationship. And this is making you intimidating because a lot of people are very scared to voice their real emotions, their real truth, and how they feel and what they feel for, you know, another person. But for you, it's like, it just comes out your mouth like vomit. I was gonna say like lava, but okay. With the toil and labor, sudden wealth, and occupation, like I said, what also makes you intimidating is that you have literally hit the jackpot within your workplace or within, literally you could have hit the jackpot in general, just literally in general. Like if you like to win money at the casino, or if you've won the lottery or something like that, this is what makes you intimidating. Or if not that, you could like to win raffles and stuff like that, like free cruises and, you know, like just, you know, random things like that. Like you're really good at winning things. You're really competitive too. This is what makes you intimidating. With the toil and labor, yes, what I was saying in the beginning, your job, toil and labor and occupation coming out, and with the sudden wealth in the middle of it, you could have just really gotten lucky with whatever job or occupation you have. Or if you're an entrepreneur, your business could just really be booming right now. And this is what makes you, you know, intimidating, because this is obviously, whatever you do, it's obviously something that not a lot of people can do. And if it has nothing to do with your job, it is something that you are gifted with that can be monetized. And this is what makes you intimidating. Not everyone can do it. And you might be like, how would that make you intimidating? Why? And that's probably like, you know, making them jealous or whatever, you know. But it makes you intimidating. Picture it like this. Because one, no one can do anything exactly like how you can do it. You cannot be replicated. And perhaps maybe the people around you have wanted to replicate whatever you do and they failed tremendously. But whether you know it or not, when people can see that you do something that is out of their range, they automatically put you on a pedestal in their mind. And it's literally just human nature for them to do so, because it's like, wow, like pound number 3 can do this, pound number 3 got this, pound number 3, you know, like when they see someone close to them, or, you know, someone, you know, arm's length or whatever it is, when they see someone like you complete a task that they did not know was possible, or something that was just so out of their mental limits or their beliefs, they automatically put you up on a pedestal like you're a celebrity or something. So this is what makes you intimidating. You have like blown these people's minds to bits. We have the Ace of Cups, the Strength in reverse, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Cups. What makes you intimidating is that you spend a lot of time by yourself. You're not really the type of person to, I don't know if you, like, you seem well educated. I'll say that. You seem well educated, but you also seem like someone who is just always inside working on their craft. And this makes you intimidating. Like you're always 1 or 2 steps ahead. It's like you always, I'm not gonna say you're overworking. It doesn't seem like that, but it's like you have cracked some type of code on how to live your life. And people are just like, wow, like, this is like, I have to follow pound number 3 in doing this. But it makes you intimidating because you don't really talk about what you can do. Does that make sense? You don't really talk about what you can do. You kind of just let it be shown. And this makes you intimidating. You're not like someone who brags about certain things. You feel like a popular loner. You feel like someone who's just okay being by themselves, a lone wolf, but also someone who's extremely talented and someone who probably should be around a lot of people, someone who probably should be an influence to some people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is what makes you intimidating. What makes you intimidating also is that you pour into yourself way more than you would pour into anyone else. You know how some people some people love the people who, you know, pour all their water out their cup And water meaning like their life force energy, their love, their attention. They pour all that out of their cup to give it to someone else, and they have nothing left else to give. People love people like that, but you are not one of those people. You are someone who leaves all the, energy and water, attention in your cup. You're someone who's very self-aware as to how much is in your cup and how much you can actually give away, and how much you are definitely someone who knows how to say no too. But what I'm saying here with this cup analogy is that you are not the type of person to give until you have nothing left. You're not a people pleaser. At least you're not a people pleaser anymore. You're very aware of people's games when it comes to like trying to manipulate you or something like that. And you definitely see right through it. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're definitely someone who will call someone out on trying to drain you of your energy, trying to pop up arguing or something like that. Like it gives that, like, it gives that you are someone who's very intimidating because you know how to clock a bitch. You know how to clock a bitch down. Like, and I'm talking like clock them, meaning like you don't give them no room to talk, and you see right through them and you call them out immediately. So I feel like this makes you intimidating, but also because you're not a people pleaser. I could have just said that plain out, like you're not a people pleaser. You're not someone who's gonna drain yourself to help someone else. No, you're not that type of person. You're the save yourself type of person. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. It gives like, people are calling you selfish, but like, this is what makes you intimidating, because sometimes people don't know how to be selfish to their own detriment. Anyways, 5 of Swords, Fool, and I really hope that didn't, jumble all those words together, and it didn't make sense, but I hope you understood. 5 of Swords in reverse, Fool, Mother of Coins in reverse, 4 of Baskets. You got the 4 of Cups twice in this reading. Listen, when I tell you, you really chill, you really lay back, and I feel like that's what makes you intimidating, because I feel like people have seen both sides where you're just real chill, you're real laid back. However, you could have been a crash out in your past life, or maybe in the past you were a crash out, a certified crash out. And this is how some people notice you, or some people know you like this. So they're like, they see you as this laid back person now, but they remember when you were a crash out. They remember when you were, you know what I mean? Like you was a full-on menace to society, pal number 3. And this is what makes you intimidating, because now you're just chill, you're laid back, you're not allowing people to get to you. Like, cause you don't want to go to jail. Because you don't want to go to jail with this free man in reverse. Hell no. So you figured, okay, you know what? Or maybe you have been to jail. And this is what makes you intimidating. So when you got out of jail, it's like, yeah, I ain't doing all of that. I ain't doing all of that. I'm not doing all of that. This is what it gives. It gives that you could have been to jail. Free man in reverse. And the 5 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. Like someone could have got to you and you took it there. You really did. But hey, also what else makes you intimidating is that you are definitely someone who puts off things for yourself when it comes to yourself. You put off things when it comes to yourself. Like if something's bothering you, you're calling out of work. Or if you don't want to go somewhere, you're just going to be like, you know what, I don't want to go anymore. Or if you know what I mean, like, this is what makes you intimidating. Because you're always going to listen to your gut. You're always going to listen to your body. You're always going to listen to how you're feeling. And if you're not feeling right, you're not going. You're not like, and this is what makes you intimidating. But I hope that was enjoyable, pal number 3. I hope you enjoyed that reading. This is what makes you intimidating. I hope it resonated, and I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like,